You haven't truly experienced the energy of Uganda until you've jumped on Kampala border. But today, this ride isn't just taking me across town, it's taking me back in time. Up ahead lies the heart of the kingdom, a place of kings, spirits and history that refuses to be forgotten. This isn't just a tourist spot, it's an active world of royal clans, spiritual taboos and ancient architecture.
Welcome to Kasubi Tombs.
Left at the main gate entrance hangs this portrait that gives you a glimpse of the architectural marvel we are about to step into, reminding every visitor that this isn't just a local treasure, but a protected piece of global heritage. To truly understand the secrets here, you need someone who knows every stone and story of this place. Therefore, meet Expedito, a tour guide working under Buganda Heritage and Tourism Board, to take us through Uganda's royal past.
So this place was established in 1882 by a king called Mutesa I. King Mutesa I was king number 30, Uganda Kingdom. We all know that Uganda as a kingdom has the past of something years. And in that relation we have had 36 kings. But the current king being number 36. The title we give to the kings of Uganda is Kampala. The reigning king is called Buganda Kingdom, the second, who's current 71 years.
He goes on to narrate that for King Mutesa to come to this place, just relocated from his other two palaces, whereby his first palace was in Ganda. During that time, there was an outbreak of smallpox, and the only cure was to run away in search for a safe place, which he found at Rubaga, where the current Catholic cathedral sits. But as it is in Uganda, there is no anyone loved more than the king. So even that time, when the people received the news that their king migrated from Banda to Rubaga, they fought also. And because most of them were already exposed to the disease, this forced the king to again migrate to Kasubi. So if you're new here, this is the authentic channel 256. Subscribe, like, share and leave a comment.
So when we arrived in this place, we first stayed in the house. It's in the back. It's given a name, Muzibu-Azaala-Mpanga. Muzibu-Azaala, meaning that Uganda comes down. This is where he first slept, and he painted for official wives and over 100 children.
Expedito continues to recount how the layout of the first house was like a blueprint that it became too small to accommodate King Mutesa I and his entire family. As a result, he ordered the construction of the legendary Muzibu-Azaala-Mpanga, which I will show you later in this video. When the new palace was completed, King Mutesa I turned Muzibu-Azaala house into the official entrance way, managed by guards from two different clans. A brilliant system of checks and balance designed to guarantee royalty and to prevent any surprise palace coup right at the front gate. Therefore, the official guard comes from
the National clan, and the title given to him is Mulamba. So Mulamba is a successor to the original guards. So their roles, which is under the responsibilities are identical. They are passed on from generation to generation. So this is the seat or the chair from Mulamba. This office is usually on the right hand side as you enter. This is the office of the deputy guard. The deputy guard comes from the Buffalo clan. The title given to him is Muzibu. Usually sits on the left. So the unique thing about Muzibu is that he is currently 101 years old. He started serving at the age of 16. He has been here for the past 85 years now.
101 years of life, guarding the spirits of the Kabakas. Surely, he has seen more history than most of us can even imagine.
If you happen to look at the architecture of this house, it gives an impression of a woven basket turned upside down. The center ring, or the smallest ring, being the exact size of the head of King Mutesa I, and it represents the king. The second ring represents the royal family members. The third represents the clan leaders.
I'm standing in between two were touched out. The one on my right called Yep, and the one behind me is called
Noga Obukaba. Noga Obukaba. So Noga Obukaba is prohibited to ladies. So ladies do not have access to that house. It's a royal drum hut, or it's a house for the drums of King Mutesa I. The gentleman in charge of that house is given a title, Kaula. Kaula comes from the pangolin clan, known as Uganda. So that's one of the words. But Kaula is supposed to mean celebrate. Doesn't matter. That's why ladies are from and the king had 84 official wives.
And among the 84 official wives, one was always chosen as his special companion. This title was reserved for women with extraordinary gifts, from foretelling the future to singing beautifully. Though the original wives are long gone, their modern-day successors still carry on their legacies, interchanging positions every month to take turns performing their traditional duties. Now, let's walk to this small hut, which is the royal fireplace or the gombolola. The man in charge of keeping this flame alive is given the title Musoloza, collects firewood, and by tradition, he must come from the Nyonyina Kinsige clan. Back in the day, this wasn't just a fireplace, it was the ultimate supreme court, and if a village leader couldn't settle a local dispute, the case was referred right here to be settled once and for all.
So most of you hear about the word Buganda. And when you hear about that word Buganda, what comes into your mind?
Is it the massive kingdom, the vibrant culture, or the rich history we are looking at right now? For centuries, Uganda has been a powerhouse in East Africa. And today, I'm taking you inside its most sacred site. Also, be ready to slip your shoes off before you step inside. Walking on this sacred floor without shoes is a sign of ultimate respect. As you stand on this balcony, you can almost feel the texture of each reed just by looking at it. Every reed was pressed with a purpose, showing a sacred tradition pasted down through generations that commands your attention. Words engraved on the stone are the facts that anchor this beauty to history. Ink may fade, but these words ensure the story never dies. Inside this sacred space lie four legendary kings who shaped Uganda's history. You have King Mutesa I, Mwang II, Daudi Chwa II, and Frederick Mutesa II. When you look up, the architecture evokes a striking image of an inverted woven basket, having three rings raised by the
center ring being the exact size of the head of the current king, and it represents the king. The second ring represents the royal family members. The third represents the clan leaders. So here, instead of having the fourth as it is in the house at the entrance, we are having the 56 rings. So the fourth was broken up or down into 56 to represent the 56 clans of Uganda. Each clan fully represented.
When you look at these wooden poles supporting the roof, 52 of them in number, you may ask yourself why. This is because each pole represents one of the 52 traditional clans of the Uganda Kingdom. When King Mutesa I arrived at Kasubi, he spent his first year living in the Muzibu-Azaala house, before finally moving into the magnificent Muzibu-Azaala-Mpanga. After just 2 years, the great king passed away or disappeared in 1884, making history as the very first Buganda king to be ready to rest right inside here.
After his disappearance, his son Daniel Mwanga II became the next king. He's the king who signed the 1894 British Protectorate, the agreement that declared Uganda in general as a British colony or a British territory. But after him signing the agreement, he got misunderstandings with the British. He started fighting them. Them being superior, they captured him and exiled, and he was exiled to the Charles Island. After him being exiled, the British crowned his son, Daudi Chwa II, at the age of 1 year and 1 month. Yes. And that's when he became a king. So there was no way he would establish a palace for himself, just like the culture was. He had to take over the kingdom.
Before the world knew cotton or silk, the Baganda people were masters of the mutuba tree. What you see here is a craft that predates modern fashion by over 600 years. Therefore, every fold of this rubugo tells a story of protection, used for centuries to wrap the royal family in their resting place.
Now we have this boundary. I know someone there might be wondering, what is it? It separates the royal pavilion from the sitting area for the common people. So it's only the royal family members who
jump to the other side. In that space you see between the portraits of the kings and the 4 small baskets. Also, when you're inside the Muzibu-Azaala-Mpanga, the noise of Kampala city completely fades away. It's just you, the history, and silence that feels heavy.
we have that long backcloth curtain that you see. Behind it, we have what we call the sacred imaginary forest. And that's where our kings do disappear from. It's a sacred area. It's a restricted area as well. No one's allowed access. This is the very house that caught fire on 16th March 2010. This is the rebuild. It's a restoration of the original structure. It has been under restoration for the past 15 years. We can say that it was launched or it was accomplished last year in December. So these baskets, you can call them tribute. They are baskets, whereby tributes are gifts given to the king. Amakula.
So usually, visitors place money into the baskets as gifts to the king, because in Uganda culture, you don't visit a king empty-handed. Placing a financial gift in these small baskets, ebibo, is a token of appreciation to the spirits of the land for granting you safe passage. Do you notice how we are exiting? You never turn your back on a king even in death. The king's presence is absolute. Walking out backwards is the ultimate mark of humility and cultural protocol. If you are to visit this place, be mindful of the dress code before entering into this sacred spiritual palace. Shorts are a strict no-go for men, and trousers or short skirts are forbidden for women. But in case you didn't know about this, don't worry. The amazing guides will help you out with beautiful traditional wraps. So my friends, our journey through the heart of the Uganda Kingdom is just getting started. Now that we've honored the ancestors here at the historic Kasubi Tombs, it's time to see where the modern power lies. In the next episode, we are heading straight to Bulange, the parliament building of the kingdom. I had to leave a small token of appreciation for this long-serving guard of the sacred gate. History doesn't protect itself, but people do. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss the next episode.